If you were the man that I peeped on in the urinal at the game today, I apologize.
Yo, what is happening, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary Bo-Blaxes of the world? My name is Realm. Today I'm going to be discussing Mutahar, aka SomeOrdinaryGamers. So apparently he's been under fire recently for, faking being an engineer and also being gay. Making sweet love to fellow YouTuber Nexpo. So guess we're gonna talk about that. So let's just get into it. Oh, and by the way, just to let you know, so this is a video by The Harmful Opinion. It got removed from his channel. However, this guy right here, Holy J03, however you say it, he archived it. So I'll be linking the original video in the description. And yeah, with that out of the way, let's fully get into it.
Many people would say that content like this is trash, worthless, petty drama.
I always hate when YouTubers like immediately interject at the beginning of the video like, oh, this is trash, worthless, petty drama. Yeah, dude, we're here to be fucking entertained. I don't think anybody actually cares aside from like 30-year-old H3 fans that have nothing better to do in their lives, but may I digress.
And in response, I would say, simply, yes, a couple years ago when I started living with my girlfriend, I also started watching the shows she likes with her. Married at First Sight, Love Island, Love is Blind. And you know what? I got it. I understood the appeal. And I realized there's way more of this to be found online, unscripted. Now maybe that makes me gay, but still, certainly not as gay as Mutahar is. But we'll get to that shortly.
I can make an educated guess as to how gay he is just by the fact that he makes Linux his entire personality. And I mean, anybody that, uses Linux is like, I feel like I'm in the fucking Matrix. I'm a fucking hacker god supreme. I just typed in one line of code. I'm fucking him.
And I'm not just saying, look at him, he's gay. Longtime viewer of the channel who I've met in real life and done nothing with, Hexathian, is also gay, and he's a valued member of the community.
Yeah, they definitely did some gay freak shit together.
I was in a relationship with another woman, right? And unfortunately, what happened was me and my best friend Ryan, all right? We're talking best friend. I've known Ryan for years. We were so wasted that at some point in the night, me and Ryan started fucking making out for the hell of it. Like, we're talking tongue in mouth. We made out. We got real gay with each other for like 10 seconds. And I woke up on the couch.
Usually drunken escapades like that are reserved for white women getting white girl wasted off White Claws. But, I guess, two grown straight men in the relationships can just passionately make out for what Muta said was 10 seconds.
His girlfriend at the time apparently wasn't very happy with this.
I was told the entire hour back when I was driving, she was so pissed at me last night.
He says last night, but he clearly doesn't mean last night now. He's just wasted.
She was like, you cheated on me with your friend. And then she laughed at me.
Oh my god, babe, I can't believe you just tongue punched your best friend's fart box. That's the funniest thing in the world. Oh my god, I can't believe it. You're so quirky. You're a quirk chungus.
Ryan, the man he cheated on his girlfriend at the time with, appears to be the YouTuber Nexpo. And that isn't the only time he's talked about kissing him and potentially doing more with him while drunk.
Hey, Ryan, can you please kiss Muta?
No.
Please.
You want to make out there?
Unless.
I'm drunk enough,
I
dude.
feel
I won't
like
remember
people should
this.
have to super chat for that kind of
Later on. Yeah. You have to do it off screen.
I'll suck his dick after, I'll let you know.
I'm pretty comfortable in my sexuality, but I constantly tell my homies I'm gonna suck their dicks, sodomize their assholes. Like, I think that's a pretty normal guy thing to do. I don't know about you guys, but this just seems like a fucking little nitpick. He's just kind of reaching for anything here.
Perhaps he would even suck Ryan's dick. Maybe that even happened at his friend Kyle's wedding from the other story.
And you know how, like, the first thing you do is you, like, check your lips, like, huh. Oh, shit. I think I did something.
I actually take back everything I said before about him being nitpicky. It's no, like, every YouTuber party turns into some, like, Diddy freak-off. Like, I assume Mutahar probably slipped a honey pack into his curry before he walked in that bitch. Smelling like shit and hard.
And, like, I'm just, like, touching my lips, like, this is a little fucking, it's like, it felt like I had lip gloss on. And I was like, huh. I think I fucked Ryan. You know what I mean?
I feel like everybody wakes up and touches their lips in the morning to feel their homies cum crusties from the night before all caked up and battered on there. Yeah, it's a super normal experience, Muta. So I know exactly what you mean.
Like I said, this is for the gays. I think you should know that if you have the hots for Muta, you're definitely in with a chance. After all, he doesn't regret this experience at all.
Dude, it wasn't even like I regretted it. Like, it was fucking good. Looking guy.
It's just a little joke with a friend though, right? Haha, doesn't mean anything. Here's Mutahar's take on that idea from when he was on the Kino Casino last year.
You're not really joking when you're actually doing the degenerate thing, right? Like, it's like if you filmed like gay with your buddy. It's like, no, it's just a joke, bro. Like, you know, I'm not actually
dude,
gay
bro.
or anything.
Put balls in your mouth.
I'm just f***ing him off a little bit, right? Like, don't be weird about it.
You know, if you're somebody like me, you know, high IQ humor, you're always doing bits. You know, doing gay porn for a bit is completely feasible.
And for the gays, I'm going to spill even more tea because I know you love that. It's entirely possible that Mutahar was cheating on a terminally ill woman with a man.
Shit went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick. I mean, like, if I had a stupid bitch of a girlfriend with some shit like fibromyalgia, I mean, dude, I'm cheating on her. Game is game.
Kyle's wedding. It's hard to pin down when that happened. I can't find Kyle saying when it was, but I can find Mutahar saying he went to a wedding in 2019.
I was supposed to go to this New York wedding, and which I did, right?
Oh yeah, by the way, while I still have a sec, we're about midway point through the video. Go follow me on Twitter at the OmniGeeker. Make banger posts, and yeah.
Which is the year before he told us about his gay experience. I was going to check the Cult Camp podcast, which he did with Kyle, whose wedding he went to, for mentions of New York. But while a few days ago when I started looking into the guy, that channel existed, it has since been deleted. Possibly at Mutahar's instruction, because Kyle, the guy whose wedding Mutahar went to, has been defending him on Reddit and telling people that he's talking to him, and Mutahar says he's not going to respond.
Dude, Muta's actually been like so on top of shit. He's moving like prime King Von right now. All his D1 shooters on the fucking ready. Like, I don't think the streets are prepared for what's gonna happen next.
I would argue personally, however, that deleting fucking everything is a response, and it forces me to speculate and ask you to clarify. Because to me it looks like it probably was. In 2024 you described that wedding as having happened a few years ago.
This photo is actually from my buddy Kyle's wedding. All right, this happened like, I want to say, a few years ago at this point too.
I'm not gonna lie, dude, that head shape is just fucking diabolical. You're rocking a chin strap beard with no visible jawline.
And we know it happened before that 2020 video, so I doubt it happened much longer before 2019. So, I gotta ask, was that 2019 wedding Kyle's? Because if it was, I think I know who you were dating. In 2021, he had an interview with Dr. K where he talked about dating a woman who was terminally ill.
So I'm gonna jump a little bit here, okay? So what you can make sure of is that you don't fall in love with someone that acts of God can take away from you.
Right. Lord knows I made that mistake, yeah. They're still fine now, don't worry. Like, they have a few more years to go.
Nah, don't worry, bro, it's chill. They're just gonna croak next year.
You know, I recognize a hustle when I see one. Guaranteed Muta was trying to collect on that fat life insurance policy. I mean, dude, I can't really blame him if that's the case.
Yeah, that mistake.
You know, it's a rare thing when I say something like that is like a hypothetical.
No,
like
no, this person has a, well, I'll tell you, this person has a POTS, so it's a tachycardia. It's really bad. They have a couple more syndromes regarding it, like long QT and everything of that nature. So for them, they have had to get like sinus node surgery modifications, like burning on their hearts and things like that.
I was gonna try and make another joke here, but this shit got a little too raw, a little too real.
This all makes sense, by the way. People with POTS get ablation done.
Doctors have told, specialists who are trained in this field have started to, give up and sort of give like end of life. I have to be told about like what a DNR is, like a do not resuscitate order.
With all the issues she had, this girlfriend was apparently terminal. And when did he date her?
Can you tell me how old you were when you met this person?
I would say that I was 24.
You know, so far what I've seen is like Mutahar's just leaving a massive breadcrumb trail behind, which I'm shocked people didn't find sooner. It's like, this is This is fucking insane.
So,
Okay.
3 years ago.
This makes sense as well. In earlier 2019, he talked about being single for over a year.
Guess what? You want to know? I've been single for fucking well over a year now.
And then a bit later that year, he talks about being in a relationship.
Are you single? Yes or no? No, I'm not single, Chai. I'm actually very well committed to somebody. So.
Very well committed to somebody that you would later cheat on. I feel like anybody that has to clarify that they're like fully committed is just honestly gonna cheat.
Met her when he was 24, which he would have been from 2018 to 2019. Was single but ended up dating someone in 2019 at some point. That's our girl. And if that 2019 wedding was Kyle's, the one where you made out with Ryan or Nexon on YouTube. Oh boy. Mutahar, I'm gonna add another question to the pile. Did you break up with a terminally ill woman because you're gay and cheated on her?
This whole thing got busted just wide open. Wide open. I kind of want to see like a dick sucking competition between Chudlogic and Mutahar for who's gayer. But either way, it's still going to be a very, very stiff competition.
Just like my girlfriend's TV shows. Like this is sub-trailer trash shit. Jeremy Kyle or Jerry Springer would hesitate to platform this. In the 2021 interview with Dr. K, he told us that up to that day, he'd still tell her that he wished things had been different.
Does she know how much she means to you?
Yeah, I tell her that. Yeah. I tell her that, at the end of the day, I wish things could have been different. But, they're not.
You can tell from this clip right here that, like, post-nut clarity hit him like a goddamn freight train. He's like, holy shit. That look in his eyes tell me he lost a D1 eater that day.
What, you wish you were straight? It's okay to be gay, Mutahar. You should probably tell your wife, though. Why don't I just ask him and clear this up, you might suggest. I've already emailed him about some stuff. I've been ignored. I'm not going to keep pestering him. That would be harassment. If he doesn't want to talk to me, that's fine. I'll just continue to ask these things publicly, because this is all public media. By the way,
I can only imagine that email was something like, hey Mutahar, are you gay? Are you a gay little Indian boy? Mutahar, are you sucking penis? Are you gobbling semen? Mutahar, I need to know. Please get back to me. Thank you.
if you think this is crazy digging, and at the same time you want to say Mutahar's credentials don't matter because he's taught you a lot and he knows his stuff, he's a cyber and information security expert, just self-taught. There's a problem, because finding everything I've shown you took me about an hour. If you put together all the time I've actually spent actively digging, it's about an hour, maybe an hour and a half tops. I haven't been sitting here for a week systematically researching the guy, it's just spits and spurts of, what if I checked this? What if I checked that? If you didn't know you could do this, he hasn't taught you shit.
One of the only positive stereotypes left of Indians is the fact that, like, they're just super good at fixing tech shit. Like, I could go to a fucking YouTube tutorial where, like, you know, my OBS is crashing nonstop. It's giving me, like, porn pop-ups. And this Indian dude with really, really thick accent is just telling me how to fix it. And it always fucking works. I mean, I don't blame people for trusting him blindly because the Indians are just good at fixing shit like that.
You ever read Catch-22? If anything I'm doing is wrong, then I'm right about him misrepresenting how good he is. And speaking of Catch-22s, there's a funny little wrinkle I haven't seen people talking about. The main drama is that he's called himself an engineer for 10 years, right? People want him to come out and apologize for saying that, or assert that he is or was an engineer. If he does that though, that statement itself could be a title violation. Where he lives, licensing bodies have gone after people simply for saying they're an engineer publicly.
This just kind of reminded me, like, I saw something on Twitter a few days ago where people were claiming that Mutahar also just lies about owning gas stations and instead he's just a freelancer. I don't know the full validity of it. You know, everything is kind of being brought up to question with him now, so we're just gonna have to wait and see, I guess.
In 2016, they charged a politician for saying he was an engineer in a debate. Charges were only dropped as a result of him agreeing to make a public apology and a donation. Ladies and gentlemen, do you understand how badly his hands are tied if he wants to defend himself? If he isn't and has never been licensed, he can't say he did engineering because he'd be in danger. That would be way worse than just saying he's an engineer. The guy from Ontario who claims to have an engineering background can't say he doesn't know all this, because that would prove he doesn't have a background in engineering.
This is the worst self-immolation I've seen since Aaron Bushnell. Like, Muta has spent 10 years, a whole decade of his life LARPing as an engineer.
It's just layer upon layer of trap after trap. Like, no shit he's not responding. And if he does, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
So that's why I went to engineering, and engineering worked out.
Did it, Muta?
That's about all for that. My closing thoughts are, don't trust random people on the internet. It's so easy for people to talk out of their asses and pretend to be knowledgeable about things. Oh, and don't cheat on your terminally ill girlfriend to get dicked down by one of your friends. If you enjoyed me rambling and just saying a bunch of dumb bullshit over this content, you enjoy my slop, like, subscribe, comment. Also, I already plugged my Twitter in the middle of the video, but once again, go follow that. I post on there pretty regularly. I also post on SoundCloud on the occasion, so go follow that if you care to listen to my music. Everything will be in the description, but yeah, that's all. Peace.